Hello there. Now what's this we hear? Ah yes, the latest news from Labour, tearing itself apart. Seven Labour MPs have decided that Corbyn's party is no longer the place for them, so they have resigned from Labour and ripped away to form their own small independent grouping in the Commons. They are claiming that the Labour Party has become anti-Semitic and that they are not happy with Corbyn's Brexit stance because he won't fully back a second referendum. They had a press conference this morning giving their reasons, but this was overshadowed a bit by one of the BBC microphones picking up an unknown male voice saying, "Between this and Brexit we are actually," as well as, "It's going to be so divided. The Conservatives are going to win." Now I'm not so sure about that, what with the internal Tory divisions over Brexit. One assumes that these defecting 7 Labour MPs will still vote against Theresa May's deal, and so, we hope, will the overwhelming majority of the opposition parties. Put in a wedge of Brexiteer Tories, then her deal is toast, and her premiership looks very shaky indeed. We could then see some anti-Brexit Tories resigning their whip and forming an independent group of their own. They may even join those 7 ex-Labour MPs. You never know. And the scuttlebutt is that Anna Soubry might be one of them, after she removed reference to being a lifelong One Nation Tory from her Twitter page. As a result of all of this, Betfair has slashed the odds of Jeremy Corbyn being replaced as Labour leader this year from 2-1 against down to 5-4 on. For his part, Jeremy Corbyn said, "I am disappointed that these MPs have felt unable to continue to work together for the Labour policies that inspired millions at the last election and saw us increase our vote by the largest share since 1945. Labour won people over on a programme for the many, not the few, redistributing wealth and power, taking vital resources into public ownership, investing in every region and nation, and tackling climate change. The Conservative government is bungling Brexit, while Labour has set out a unifying and credible alternative plan. When millions are facing the misery of universal credit, rising crime, homelessness and poverty, now more than ever is the time to bring people together to build a better future for us all." And the leader of the Liberal Democrats, Vince Cable, jumped in hopefully, responding with, "It is not unexpected or unwelcome that a group of Labour MPs have decided to break away from Corbyn's Labour, in part motivated by his refusal to follow the party's policy on Brexit. The Liberal Democrats are open to working with like-minded groups and individuals in order to give the people the final say on Brexit, with the option to remain in the EU. We will be engaging in talks to progress both that campaign and a wider political agenda." The UKIP leader Gerard Batten said, "The Labour Party is divided between Jeremy Corbyn's Marxist ideologues and the Blairite faction of Islington elites who sold out the interests of the British working class long ago. Neither group is representative of the people. History tends to repeat itself, and this looks like a rerun of the SDP split during the 1980s. The Lib Lab Con is splitting apart on all fronts, and the only national party which remains united is UKIP. The establishment parties will not serve the will of the 17.4 million people who voted to leave the European Union, and it is this which is cracking up the old political consensus. UKIP alone stands for a complete, unencumbered exit from the European Union and is the only party committed to serving the national interest." And while all this plays out, there is an unwelcome consequence for the Remainers, because the flood of scaremongering for Project Fear has gone largely unnoticed today. One of the scare stories that will be leapt on, though, is the reported imminent announcement from Honda that they will, over the next 3 years, close their 3,500 worker plant in Swindon where they make the Civic model. The blame will be put at the door of Brexit, of course, but there are other concerns. One is the decline in demand for diesel cars, but, more interestingly, Autocar cites another couple of culprits. The first is that the new deal that Japan has made with the EU makes it more cost-effective to make the cars in Japan and then export them into the EU. So maybe this would have happened even if we'd voted to remain. The second is the threat of tariffs being applied by the US on cars imported from Europe, something that may also apply to Brexit UK. And our Autocar also says, back in 2008, Swindon produced more than 230,000 cars annually, but with production of the Accord plus the Jazz and CR-V since moved elsewhere in the world, the number has nearly halved. And from Wiki, just to show that Brexit can't be blamed for everything, the last Accord came off the Swindon lines in 2002. Production of the Jazz was moved back to Japan from Swindon in 2014. The CR-V went to Canada in 2018 after it was announced in 2015. But the big message here is that relying almost totally on foreign-owned concerns to provide jobs for your population within whole sectors of the economy, as well as allowing non-UK politicians to make the big decisions, is never going to be secure and is not a clever idea in the long run. Bring on Brexit and the return of full control to within these shores. Anyway, please let us all know what you think by leaving a comment below, and thank you for watching. Please do like and share this video, and also subscribe to my channel. And when subscribing, please do remember to press on the little bell next to the subscribe button. That way you'll get an alert every single time I put up a new video. Thank you very much for watching.